Howdy brewers. Well, I know it's been a while since I've been on the posted another video, but I've just been pretty busy with the end of financial year, and so one thing, and also I've been brewing a wine which is in here, but today's beer day again. So also, if you want to, I'll put a link to the video, my wine making video, if you want to know how to make wine from first step to last. So while I know this is traditionally a summer beer, the sort of hefeweizen, or this is the Morgan's wheat beer, and I'm also using the wheat malt to give it more wheat flavour or more wheat mouthfeel. But for me, the traditional hefeweizen is banana and cloves flavours. Now for me, coming into winter, or in winter, that's about the only time of the year I might eat banana bread. So for me it's banana is a winter flavour. So I figured I would try having a banana-ish beer in winter and see if it gives me that warmth. And today I am going to use the kit yeast as well. Now I recommend it with recommend against using the kit beer yeast with pretty much every other beer, purely because it's the kit yeast that I find gives that homebrew flavour or homebrew taste that people who brewed 20 years ago are familiar with. That I only ever tasted homebrews then, and it had a distinct different flavour, and from everything else I've learned over the years I have brewed, the kit yeast is definitely the most likely culprit of how you get that homebrew flavour. The reason why I'm using the kit yeast, okay, now it says it's a traditional wheat beer yeast, so that means it should give banana and clove flavours depending on which temperature you ferment at. The higher the temperature, the more of the fruity esters bring out, which is the banana. The lower the temperature, you get more of the phenolics, which are the traditional clove type flavours and smells. But the main thing about this yeast is that it's only 7 grams. And because I like the banana a little bit more than I like the cloves in hefeweizens, is the 7 grams in a 23 litre batch is going to stress the yeast. One of the byproducts of stressing yeast is esters. So I'm hoping that it should give me more of that stronger, more pronounced banana flavour, especially because I don't know if how great of a yeast strain is in this. So on that, so it's, if you underpitch, so the trick to that is underpitching your yeast to try and bring out more of those banana flavours, and that's what 7 grams in 23 litres will do, because traditionally you should have 1 gram per litre of dry yeast for an ale. So 23 litre batch, 23 grams, and this is only 7 grams, so we're talking about 30% of what is actually needed for a healthy ale fermentation. And yeah, so use the wheat malt as well. It should give it a fuller mouthfeel and a smoother, silkier mouthfeel as well. So, and it won't surprise me if actually using both wheats, I get a high krausen as well, because one thing I have found is that wheat will give a greater krausen than just barley malt extract or barley malt in general. Alright, well, you've seen me mix everything. I'll just come back when I'm getting the temperature right. So all I'm going to do is cut open both cans, put them in the fermenter, mix it around, dissolve it, and then want to hit about 23 degrees and slowly ramp it up to about 25 to try and bring out those banana flavours. Alright, okay, I'll see you in a few minutes. There's the wheat beer yeast. and it does smell different to typical ale and lager yeasts. Now you can see the bubbles. I've aerated it a bit, but you really want to stress the yeast out at least enough. So not going to rehydrate it, just going to let it rehydrate over the next few hours sitting on top of the beer. And that should be ready in about 7 days, and I'll probably do a keg carbonation and crack it open in a couple of weeks. Alright, so there you have it. That's the wheat beer. This is not me tasting it. I've just put it in the fermenter. You saw me add the yeast. This is just to celebrate my home brew day. Really nice lager, that one. That's my sort of keg filler recipe. But so if this yeast is a success, so I get the right balance of banana, cloves and that nice hefeweizen flavours, I will keep that yeast and continue to use it. However, if it's not what I want, then I might try and I might go out and buy one. But and the other thing I'm going to do is, if I really like it, I'm actually I'll do an all grain version of it as well. And that'll just be a very simple blend of 50% wheat malt, 50% Pilsner malt. So that way there's no hiding behind the flavours, and the yeast will do its magic thing. Alright, until probably tasting, happy brewing.